This is the introduction to section 6.1. This is part 2. And in part 1 we talked about the interior angle sum theorem and how to find the measure of each interior angle. And now we're going to find out how to find the measures of each exterior and the sum of the exteriors. Okay, so now we're going to find the outside angle measures on any polygon. Remember, a polygon is a figure with 3 or more closed sides. Okay, so it says here in this part, it says you can draw exterior angles at any vertex of a polygon. And what you'll notice here is, as you look at the triangle, at any vertex, you'll notice that they've extended those shapes out, those lines out, and they've made an exterior angle at each vertex. Okay, at each vertex. Now, from that exterior angle, it says the figures below show that the sum of the measures of the exterior angles, one at each vertex, is 360 degrees. Now, let's talk about these pictures here. Let's start with the triangle. Okay, as you start here with the triangle, as you look at the exterior angles, a couple of things to note. The interior angle and the exterior angle will always add up to be 180 degrees. That's something you probably want to write down in your notes as well. As you look here, we have an exterior angle in red, interior angle in black. You add those two together, it's always going to be 180 degrees. The reason why is because these two pairs are always a linear pair. Okay? So your interior angle and your exterior angle are always going to be a linear pair. Now, if you take each one of the exterior angles and you add them together, you're going to get 360 degrees, in this case with a triangle. Okay. Now, let's go over and look at the quadrilateral, four-sided figure. Again, as you look at how these are matched up, these guys are a linear pair. 105 and 75, they add up to 180. 115 and 65, they add up to 180. 71 and 109, they add up to 180, and so forth and so on. Okay. Now, if you take the four exterior angles, the four outside angles, and you add them up, you get 360 degrees. That's going to be the same no matter how many sides you have. The sum of the exterior angles is going to be equal to 360 degrees all the time. It doesn't matter how many sides you have. So the sum of the exterior angles of any figure, any polygon, is going to be 360 degrees. Okay, that leads us into into theorem 6.2, I'm sorry. And that's exactly what we just got done talking about. Theorem 6.2 talks about the sum of the measures of the exterior angles of a polygon, one at each vertex, is 360 degrees no matter what. Okay, no matter what. So, it says here, finding an exterior angle measure. Okay, finding an exterior angle measure. As you look at this, to be able to find a specific exterior angle measure, just to find one angle. Okay, so on this you'll want to write this down as well on the side. To find one exterior angle. Okay, to find one exterior angle, you're going to take 360 and divide it by n. Remember, that is the number of sides. So you're going to take 360 and divide it by the number of sides, and that's going to give you the measure of one exterior angle. So, as you look here, how many sides do we have in this figure? Well, as we count them up, 1 through 8, there are 8 sides. So I'm going to take 360, which is the total outside angles, divide it by 8. There's 8 total angles. Each one's going to be the same in this case because it's a regular figure. And you'll notice it says octagon, and an octagon has 8 sides. So I take 360 divided by 8, and I end up with 45 degrees. So each one of these angles is 45 degrees all the way around on a regular octagon. Okay, let's take a look at the next example. And what I want you to do here is hit pause and see if you can answer the question. See if you get it correct, and then hit play again, and I'll have the answer for you. Okay, now that you've hit pause, you've completed this question. It says, what is the measure of an exterior angle of a regular nonagon? Part of the key is to know what this means. Nonagon is 9 sides. So, we want to find the measure of an exterior angle, of one exterior angle. Okay, so I'm going to take 360 because that's the sum of the exteriors, divide it by 9, and that's going to give me 40 degrees. That's for one exterior angle. Okay, it's the measure of one exterior angle. Okay, so we talked about interior angles, the sum of the interiors, the sum of the exteriors, and each exterior. This is section 6.1, part 2. Don't forget to complete your WSQ.